by ignoring the power of 4 and simplifying just the inside. So right now we're concentrating on what is in the inside. If I concentrate on what's inside, I notice right away that there's a y2 over a y2, and anything over itself is 1 and can cancel when we are multiplying. So does that make the problem so much easier? Now I have x to the third over y, and now let's do to the fourth. Alright, remember that everything that doesn't, when you don't see an exponent, you actually have one. It's a 1. So that means 4 times 1, that's 2 to the fourth, x to the 12th, y to the fourth. And what is 2 to the fourth? Well, 2 to the fourth is 16, so that's 16 x squared, x to the 12th, y to the fourth. Always start with cleanup. Do you see anything on top and bottom that I can get rid of? Well, I have a 2 on top. I have a 2 on bottom, therefore I can scratch those out because they cancel. A 2 over 2 is a 1. We're multiplying, therefore we don't need it. So now I have this. Let's look for our imaginary ones. I have a 1 right here, a 1 right here, and a 1 right here. Those are the exponents that I cannot see. So let's do our parentheses first, order of operations. If I say x to the first power squared, that's x squared and y squared. There's our parentheses. We don't need them anymore because we've taken care of whatever the parentheses were trying to tell us. Times y to the first over x squared. X to the fourth, excuse me. All right, now we have y squared and y to the first. That becomes y to the third. I have x squared over x to the fourth. Let's go here and think about it. I know you have been trained to subtract, but I want to make sure we understand what we're doing. If there are 2 x's on top and there are 4 on the bottom and I cancel them, there are 2 left in the denominator. So this is x squared. So if I were doing it with subtraction, that would be x2 minus 4, which would be x to the negative 2. But what does x to the negative 2 mean? It means I'm in the wrong place. So I'm not on the top, I'm actually on the bottom. And that is our answer. We should always start with cleanup. Let's clean up this bottom here. Remember, this is all just multiplication, so 2 times 2 is 4. That's what we have right now. There are no y's, so I can't join other y's than the 1. And I have an x over here that has an exponent of 1. I have an x squared over here, which makes x to the third. Please remember that these are multiplications. They are not stuck together. All right. Now let's talk about the top. We need to take care of the powers. So if I am doing powers, I am multiplying exponents. That's a shortcut. So x to the 8th, y to the 6th. Now let's think about what we need to do to simplify. I have 8 x's on the top. I have 3 on the bottom. If I were to go and cancel them all out, I would end up with x to the 5th on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Canceling, I have 5 left. Remember, that's what we're actually doing. You can subtract, but make sure you remember what it is we're actually doing. Okay, so x to the 5th. I have 6 y's on top. I have 1 on bottom. That means I have y to the 5th. And now the only thing left that I have is a 4 on the bottom, and I don't get to move it. I have to leave it right where it is. Always take the time to simplify whatever is in here. If I simplify what is in there, I still have a y squared, but I have an exponent of 1 right there, which means I have 1x and 4 x's, therefore I have x to the 5th. So now I've simplified inside. And now let's take care of our parentheses, because we always take care of our parentheses, order of operations. Alright, I'm multiplying exponents. The shortcut for powers is multiplying exponents. So I have y to the 4th and x to the 10th. Now I have x to the 4th and y squared on the bottom. Now we decided that our shortcut for dividing similar bases was to subtract 10 minus 4. That's going to give me x to the 10th, x to the 4th. That's going to give me x to the 6th on the top. I have y to the 4th and y to the 2nd. That's going to give me y squared on top, and that's my answer. Let's remember what it is we're doing, though. I won't do this very much, but I'll do it a couple of times. If I have 4 y's to the top and 2 to the bottom, I am canceling, which gives me 2 on the top. Remember that subtraction is the shortcut. We're going to start by cleaning up the top. I see an x to the 4th. I see another x to the 4th, which means x to the 8th. When you are multiplying the same base, your shortcut is to add the exponents. I see a y squared and a y to the 3rd. That means I'm going to have y to the 5th. When I am multiplying the same base, I still get, the shortcut is adding the exponents. And there is a 2 left here, so I'm going to place him right there. Remember, they are not connected, they are multiplied. On the bottom, now we're talking about taking something to a power. Our shortcut for powers is multiplication of the exponents, so that's x to the 12th. We have further simplification that we need to do. I have 8 x's on the top. I have 12 on the bottom. If I were to go over here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Right? How many would I have left? I would have x to the 4th on the bottom. If you were using subtraction with that, you said x, 8 minus 12, which gives you x to the negative 4th. But we know x to the negative 4th on top should not be on top. It should be on bottom. So now we have a 2y to the 5th just to finish our problem.